Hello, friends and family. It's day 85, cycle 4, day 21. If you're new, I'm Jen. If you've been before, thank you so much for coming back. Welcome, one and all, to my quest to crush aggressive diffuse large B-cell lymphoma, DLBCL, stage 4, ICD code C83.39, and we are using the R-EPOCH Immunotherapy chemotherapy to crush Non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. So it's day 21. You know what that means. Yay, we're the farthest away from the poisoning. And sad, tomorrow starts cycle 5. By the time you're watching this video, I will be hours away from starting cycle 5. Sad, sad face. All right, let's get into it. I've got some quotes on these lovely cards. Let's see. I'm going to start with this one. Here we go. You have to participate relentlessly in the manifestation of your own blessings. Elizabeth Gilbert. All right, second quote. In order to succeed, we must first believe that we can. Michael Korda. All right, so I'm going to put these together, mash it up. We have to participate in our success. So I'm a strong believer that we have to be an active participant as a patient, as a caregiver, as a parent, as a child, as a partner, right? Nothing just happens. We have to put the work into it. And particularly as a patient, I think our tendency when we're not feeling well, often, and even when we feel okay, is to just sit back and let other folks take care of us. From the perspective of I'm trying to think. I'm going to do a whole video on active participant as a patient at some point in the future, but I'm giving you a little taste right now. Excuse me. Because I think it's very important in your success as a patient to be active. And what I mean by that is you need to understand what's wrong with you as best you can in your terms. You need to ask questions of your doctor so you truly understand. And sometimes you have to ask questions about your treatment if you don't agree with what's happening. And I'm not just talking about chemo or cancer treatment, but if you're a heart patient or kidney patient, whatever kind of patient you are, if you don't understand the treatment if you don't understand what's wrong with you and you don't understand how they're treating you, then you can't be an active participant. So I feel personally that it's very important to educate yourself using the internet and using your doctor as a resource and any other doctors, right? To figure out and understand at your level what's going on and what we're doing to try and fix the problem, if there's a problem, or how to continue to be successful if you're doing well, right? But you have to be an active participant. You can't just sit back and assume that everybody else is looking out for you, because I'll tell you right now, you are the one, you and your family, usually, are the most engaged and what's the word I'm looking for? Invested. You're the one that's invested in the success of the treatment or whatever plan you're going forth with. So it's very important that you totally understand it, you're behind it, and you're working with the same level of energy for the success. Now, I'm thinking about my chemo tomorrow, and I'm going, I have to participate relentlessly in the manifestation of my own blessing. So my blessing would be to be cancer-free right now, right? And then in order to succeed, I must first believe that I can. Now, I think we spoke a week or two ago. My positive attitude, I never thought about it having any impact on the success or failure of the chemo treatment, right? To me, that is a scientific medical thing, right? Whether it works or doesn't work, it has to do with the chemistry of my body and yada yada and how I respond to the chemo and continues on. And I really never thought about that really as related to my attitude. However, the more I consider that, one of the things we talked about on a positive attitude and smiling is that it reduces inflammation in your body. So if I have less inflammation in my body, then I'm able to better respond to the medication, right? Poison, whatever you want to call it. But that is proven, right? Inflammation prevents your body, it protects your body to a sense, right? It prevents the medication from getting where it needs to go. So maybe that is helping. I didn't really think about it that way, but maybe. I wouldn't want to tell people just be positive and you'll be better, for sure, but maybe being positive in addition to using other tools at your disposal may help, right? So I think I've already said this, you have to be an active participant as a caregiver. You might imagine that when I was actively Bill's caregiver, and I'm still his caregiver, but when he was more actively ill, that I was on top of heart issues and kidney issues and any other issues we had, lung issues, and whatever the other issues were. I was understanding them. I was asking questions. I was pushing for the right care for him to ensure that he had the most optimal opportunity to succeed, right? And same as a parent, right? As a parent, you want your children to succeed. How do you do that? You do that by advocating for them, by putting them in the right environment, by teaching them. But it's an active exercise. It's not a go forth and become a great human being, right? We have to do the work. And likewise as a partner, right? As a spouse, I have to do the work. Spouse has to do the work. That's a partnership. You have to work together to be successful. So these are my words of wisdom for today. We must participate to ensure our success, and we need to believe in our success. That's all I got today. So how am I? I'm feeling pretty energized for the success. I'm ready. I'm not worried today. I'm just getting ready. I'm gearing up, got my energy going. And it was a beautiful day today here in the Northeast of the United States. And I had the opportunity to have a date with my love, so that was also great. We'll talk about that a little later on the ta-da list. Okay, angel deliveries. We got some lasagna. Yum, yum, yum. We got some meatballs and we got some groceries. So thank you very much to those angels. We appreciate your love and support. Doctor news. All right, this was a little concerning. I'm calling it doctor news. It's kind of doctor news. So I was on my robotics call this evening, and calling in through was the infusion company to ask me what's in the bags that they're delivering today versus the bags they're delivering tomorrow. And I'm like, I just know you deliver today to the center and tomorrow you deliver to me. Now, what I do know is mostly it's the same stuff. The difference is that I get 2 days worth of bags at a time because they go bad. So they can't mix all 4 days at once. Otherwise, by the fourth day, it would be no good. So they give me 2 bags for tomorrow and the next day. And then I think it's tomorrow night, they deliver another set of 2 bags that will take me through to Tuesday. Take me through to Tuesday because 4 days. Little calendar out there. In any case, they called and they're like, well, we just tried to deliver it and they're closed. I'm like, yeah, they closed at 5 o'clock. Why are you trying to deliver it at 7? You did this last month. You did this 2 weeks ago. What's the problem? In any case, whatever. So they're going to try again tomorrow morning, and they're guaranteed to deliver it before 11 at the doctor's office, which is good because I think that they'll be hooking me up between 11:30 and 12:30, was me my guess. To the pump. Sad, sad face. I'm not really wanting to do that. But we're going to do it, and we're going to kick cancer's butt, right? Thumbs up. All right, so that's the story with the doctor's news. Otherwise, I did feel... my doctor's office jumped into this century. They sent me an online COVID survey instead of talking to me on the phone, which is good. That means that they've reduced the amount of work that all those folks have to do calling to ask those silly questions over and over again. So I just had to go through and answer them in the survey, and then that went to the doctor's office. They said, we'll see you tomorrow. So I was like, okay, it all works for me. All right, so let's get into the ta-da list. Ta-da today. We did get the medication from CVS, so I'm gonna do Bill's 14-day distribution. I worked. I got my new phone. Yay! I took 2 robocalls as expected, and then we had a lab work date, so we went to the lab. Well, we went to the dialysis center. Bill got his labs, and then we drove over to Tim Hortons for lunch. I had a steak and cheese panini, which was quite yummy. I forget what everybody else had. So we got obviously to go, and then we drove home. We fed the boys and us, but we had a lovely day. And actually the food wasn't ready when we drove through the drive-thru, so we pulled over and we opened the moonroof and the windows, and we got to have the lovely air floating through the car, and it was a good day. So we did that, and then we came home, and then we were home for a few hours. My new phone arrived before we went, but I couldn't do the transfer. I started the transfer. It's taking a lot of time because I don't have the right cables to connect the two phones, so I have to do it over Wi-Fi. So I'm going to finish moving videos and pictures overnight when nobody's using the bandwidth. So hopefully that will be better for my family. But I did transfer everything else, the apps and settings and everything like that. So we'll see how that goes. So that was quite exciting. And then Bill went out with Bob to go to the CVS to pick up the prescriptions, and I think they did something else. They stopped somewhere else. But in any case, great day. Bill's doing much better this week than he had in previous weeks, so that's really encouraging. He left the house twice today, and he's been sitting up more. He's out of bed more, and very, very happy. All right, so that's what I got for ta-da. That was my ta-da list today. My to-do list tomorrow, must do. Oops, I forgot something. I'm going to add it. 1 second. Okay, my must do is rest, hydrate, and chemo. Probably not in that order. It's probably chemo. It's probably hydrate, chemo, hydrate, rest. There's strong possibility I might fall asleep while I'm getting chemo because they shoot one of the first things they do is give me Benadryl. So might be sleeping through chemo, but that's okay. I'm not sure I would like to be awake anyway, so I'm not going to stress about that. If I fall asleep, thumbs up. And I figured out how to make the recliner go all the way back. I'm a happy camper. Okay. So that's my must do. There's nothing else on my list besides that. I don't even want to try, honestly. I want to just focus on that. I think one of the things I did a little different in cycle 4 was kind of push myself to tolerate more things. And I don't know if that contributed to me feeling so sick. I really think what happened was that it just gets worse as you go along, which means it's going to be worse this time. But there were a few things I did differently in cycle 4 than I had done in the previous cycles. So I'm trying to make sure that I'm very cautious and I don't push my body at all. So those are the 3 things on my list for tomorrow. Now I would love to do, but they happen, they happen. If they don't happen, they don't happen. So those are crochet. So we'll see if that happens. Clean, again, not looking promising. And the third one is learn to edit videos on my new phone. So that would be quite excellent because I won't have to share the laptop with Bill. And also there's quite a bit of time that goes into converting the videos. So I have to upload them to Bill's laptop, which takes some time. And then the conversion from my phone where I record to the video editing software on the PC takes quite a bit of time. So there's a lot of time that's kind of lost in my process by the conversion. So if I can learn to edit right from the phone and get a good result for you guys, that would definitely save me a lot of time and make me a better videographer. So that is my plan. And if I have the energy tomorrow, for example, if I do end up sleeping through chemo and I'm not totally wiped when I get home, while I'm resting, I'll take some classes or, lay in bed and try and learn how to do it or practice with a little video and see if I can get it done. That will make getting the videos up for you guys a lot easier. We'll see how it goes. All right. Ta-da. I think I did it all. So charity miles, which I forgot to mention yesterday, but I think I threw it up on the screen towards the end. I'm sorry. We still have 16 members. Great job, team. And collectively, we've done 517 miles. I cannot believe it. You guys are killing it. Great job. If you'd like to join us on our charity miles, the link is down below. I think the link works a little better on Apple than Android, but certainly the name of our team is right here, Crush NHL. Exclamation point, exclamation point. You can search for that in the team section. You don't have to do that if the link works for you. So once you load the app, that'll connect you right to the team. And I think I've mentioned before, I'm donating to the Society for, Leukemia and Lymphoma Society for obvious reasons. And, certainly I welcome you to donate to them as well. But if you don't, any charity, they have a lot of good charities there. So And I'd be really happy to see that you're moving. It really lifts my heart to see that I'm helping folks, actually move, which is fabulous. So good job, team. All right, so if you're here just for story time, we're all done. Thank you so much for joining today, and we will see you tomorrow. Let's get into daily symptoms and statistics. Lightning round. You guys ready? Okay, and I really hope that tomorrow is just as good, but I'm not sure what's going to happen, right? All right, so here we go. Nausea, no. Mouth pain, no. Teeth pain, no. Throat pain, no. My weight came down a little bit to X5.9. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Tomorrow starts my prednisone, so not having high hopes. My fluid in, 120 ounces, just a little shy of my goal, my stretch goal, which is 3.5 liters. My fluid out, 3.7 liters. So that's a big thumbs up there. All even Stevens. My sleep last night was 6 hours and 43 minutes. Not too shabby. My movement was 7,500 steps with restorative poses. My vitals were fine. All right, neuropathy, just a little bit. Unfortunately, I think that's going to rev right back up tomorrow, so I'm kind of sad about that. I'm also worried. I've been doing some research, and chemo-induced neuropathy can never be repaired. So if it gets to the point where it doesn't recover, I'm going to be stuck with it. So that kind of is a little scary, but we're going to roll with it. I mean, there are medications they can give you that may or may not be effective. And there's also some exercises you can do that may or may not be effective. So we'll see where that goes. And I've also done some studying. They said acupuncture might help. All right, so let me get back into it. Neuropathy, a little bit. Hair loss, status quo. Skin, status quo. Nose clots, no. Night sweats, no. Headache, no. Fatigue, no. Red skin, no. Chemo brain, no. Ta-da! So I had nearly all nose status quos, and even my neuropathy is almost non-existent. I don't feel it. It's just a little bit on the tippies, and it's not too bad, and I haven't been dropping, and so forth. So that's all great, and I really hope that tomorrow is just as good, but if it's not, I'll let you know. So thank you all so much for your love and support. I really appreciate it. Oh, thanks for the compliment on my eyelashes, and I painted on the brows. Can you tell? I mean, I still have some hairs. They're not totally gone, but they're getting pretty sparse, at least for me. So I do feel better personally. I know you guys all said you can't see in it, and that's okay. But when I look in the mirror, it makes me feel better. Even without the hair, I just feel pretty. And add in my pretty nails, I'm good to go. So thank you so much for your love and support. We really appreciate it. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Love you. Remember, every day is a gift. Live it. We'll see you tomorrow. Love you.